This is actually a fantastic comment, and I do like it because it does let me kind of address something. So Boy, hopefully I'm pronouncing it properly, says to try other desktop environments like GNOME, XFCE, and tell the differences compared to KDE and each other. I think it's like it would be a good exercise for you or something like that. It doesn't leave the whole comment there. And that's fantastic because that's exactly the direction that I'm going to go. I don't know why. I'm not the most advanced Linux user out there. There are significantly smarter people. My goal with these videos is to show people, what I found, kind of like a friend, showing things that they found to their other friends, and to have a community where people encourage each other. And in no way, shape, or form do I want you to feel, because sometimes people think this when I do like reply videos, that I'm like being a jackass to you. No, that's a very valid and fair thing to suggest. I've been using Linux since I was like 8 years old. We actually covered that in one of the more recent live streams when my dad brought it home. But it didn't really fit the needs that I had because video games were something that was like very important to be able to do. So it was one of those things that just kind of sat there as like a dual boot on my computer, probably since I was like 17 or 19, something like that. And I've actually done in the history of this channel videos where I'm trying to switch and I run into different problems, so I have to go back, and then I figure out the answers to them, so then I switch back to that being kind of the thing I'm trying to daily drive, and just going back and forth. So I do have experience. KDE is actually a recent friend that's been added to the list as of this year. XFCE was my go-to for an eternity. And so as these videos progress, every single one of them, if you've watched them, they all start off and kind of go the exact same way. They're supposed to be carbon copies of each other to give a baseline that's usable and viable to a newer user. That's the reason why I use things like Flatpaks, because I want you to be comfortable in the environment, and then we're going to take you out of that comfort zone slowly over the course of weeks. If you're following along with, my adventures here with the Linux videos, you're probably at a point where you're starting to kind of get a little bit more of a hang of how things work and becoming more comfortable with the terminal environment. So when we get to the point of video number 2, you should be a little bit more interested in doing things like switching the desktop environments or workspaces, replacing things that we've been using as Flatpaks with their actual, repository counterpart. And it's an adventure. We're going on this together. That's the whole idea here. Over my career, I have taught hundreds of techs how to repair things. I'm applying that same logic in teaching how to use Linux and learning together.